Ladies and gents, I'm UX, and this is that zone between area 50 and 52. So area 50.5. Yeah, this is where the Internet Historian, the main channel. So after over a year, Internet Historian has graced us with another main channel video, which is obviously going to be one of the epic videos of all time. Right? Internet Historian's quality is apparently going up and up with every video. I don't know how that happens, but yeah. He was already incredible with the Fallout 76 and Good Ending of No Man's Sky, but then Cost of Concordia, and now we'll see how this is. Wait, is that in description he was given? No, I want to believe that's the description. Alright, let's watch it.
Aliens. They exist. And what's more, they're here and they've been walking among us for millions of years. Just look up at the night sky. Each one of those lights is probably an alien. Shoot at them, and the police show up. Coincidence? Break into the CIA, just looking for clues. They put you on a no-fly list. Coincidence? There are no coincidences, only truth bombs, and the government is holding the fuse, locked up tight, in Area 51.
The infamous site.
And so our story begins with one man. Joseph Experience. On June 21st of the solar year 2019, Joe spoke to a whistleblower. Right! Bob Lazard. Now, Bob claims to have worked at the Area 51. And so, Joe summoned him to his sensory deprivation satellite, where he could ask him probing questions about that government facility.
Machine that was able to read the size of your dicks.
Yeah. Huge.
View for yourself this incredible testimony before the UN takes it down.
You used to work at Area 51. When did things get weird?
Well, the way this went down was I only got hands-on with one of them, and I was fucking an alien. It produced a little discharge from the bottom. It was exciting. You know, we turned the lights on, and all these guys are there. So
what in the fuck is this?
we have, actual hardware from another civilization. It's a big...
Live in a house? That's bullshit. I like just swinging around on trees.
Absolutely.
We are the sex organs of the machine world. But for people who don't know, let's give them the bullet points. How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
You don't seem to have any muscle. Almost like a frame. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Well, the disc, the flying saucer that I worked on. I saw it sitting there, and I thought, oh my God.
Hey, Bob, it's probably a good idea if you shut up. I worked underground with the aliens. They shot my hand off. They're underground. There's bases. They're shooting lasers through the Earth's crust, and they move them at light speed.
You big fucking...
What? I'm not even doing anything.
Drop dead.
Hey, why don't you come on out to the Nevada desert?
Deal.
The fuck out. All right. That's it, folks. Good night.
These revelations were sent out all over the globe.
I don't know. I don't know if this is some kind of a passive-aggressive anger from Internet Historian or what, but I just edited the shit out of that Joe Rogan clip. The best thing about Joe Rogan Experience is there's so many clips, right? Even just one podcast, which is what, 2 or 3 hours sometimes, right? So you can find any words you want and just edit them out. This is fucking awesome. I like that, Internet Historian doing Area 51 thing, right? Because Area 51 is one of those topics that you want Internet Historian to cover.
Using beams.
Absolutely free.
And it started an incredible awakening, inseminating the people's brains with knowledge,
Who killed JFK?
flooring them with the revelation of it all.
An orangutan with a spear.
And soon they were bursting with righteous curiosity.
Bigfoot is a human-animal hybrid.
Alright, here's the Google searches for Area 51. That big spike there, that's when Joe Rogan put out his podcast. You get the idea.
And you see, it reached the right man at just the right time.
I don't want to pause too much, but seriously, man, how famous is Joe Rogan podcast, right? I mean, I know he has like, 10, 11 million subscribers here, but he's on on Spotify or something? Where is he? I don't know where he is, right? But somebody, gave him $200 million annually or something, or contract for some contract, maybe it's 3 years, I don't know. They gave him 200 millions just to do a podcast. That's how famous he is. So he talking about Area 51 actually trigger Area 51 thing again. I mean, people talk about John Oliver, what is that called? John Oliver effect. So this is what Joe Rogan effect? That is some crazy shit.
A 21-year-old named Matthew Roberts. He had heard about aliens in Area 51 before, and he believed. He wanted to see them. Real bad. But what could he do? How could he possibly get into Area 51 to check him out?
Wait a minute, is this a storm thing? Storm Area
Scenario
51?
1. If I ran into Area 51, I would be shot and killed. Scenario 2. If me and all of my friends ran in, we'd both be killed.
Is that Kenzie
But
style?
Scenario 3. If there were so many of us, thousands, so much fodder that they eventually ran out of bullets, then someone, surely, is gonna get through and touch the government in its special area. My God. Within minutes, he was drafting a Facebook post. They can't stop all of us.
I'm willing to die for the government. Let's do this.
On September 20th, 2019, we'll all meet up at the Area 51 Alien Central Tourist Attraction and coordinate our entry. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens.
It's a Naruto run, okay.
This event then goes into the ether.
Alright, so every time we don't care about getting shot, we just want the truth. Yeah, tell me that when you have a bullet in your stomach, then you'll think completely different. Okay, this is the Storm Area 51 thing. So this whole video about Storm Area 51, this is gonna be so good.
And from here, it was up to the Facebook algorithm gods to decide what would happen next.
There's a lot here to be excited about. I think this could be very positive for our society and economy.
People from all across the flat world were receiving the invite, and they began pressing the attending button. Within just a couple of days, the event had picked up hundreds of thousands of attendees. People loved the idea so much, they began making memes about how they were going to raid the base. So many I can barely show you a fraction of them, rapid firing them out like the bullets that would soon be gunning them down. And so the event spread, and spread around the internet, eventually morphing into
Everyone who is something is gonna raid Area 51.
Young people from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future.
Nigel, a runner.
Null pointer, runner.
Stevens, agent.
Silo, a runner.
Freeman, 713. I am a sentinel.
Everyone's doing their part. Are you? We have the ships. We have the weapons.
Captain, to put his gun down!
We need soldiers. We need you all.
And just like that, the game was on. Ad time.
Okay.
Here's the new campaign. You're gonna love it. To be or not to be.
Plans disappear. Dreams take over.
I live. I laugh. I nod. Nod on every device like a blank canvas. I can be here and anywhere.
Jam, a man of fortune.
Will you break these chains?
But wherever I go, there you are.
NordVPN.com/internet historian.
No, thanks. Look, I just...
Yeah. There's just an idea. I know what you want. You want the female audience, and I know women. Tomorrow to you, my ladies. Have you heard about NordVPN? You should get access to the international Netflix catalog. Never miss another episode of The Handsome Man Show. Oh, don't you hate it when your dishwasher gets region locked? No more. Oh, I feel so safe in NordVPN's big, strong arms, especially with their new product, Threat Protection. It protects me from malicious sites and downloads and trackers and intrusive ads. So think nordvpn.com/internethistorian. Woo! Because the V in VPN stands for vagina.
I think we've heard enough.
Fine. All right, I'll do the ads you like. Get Nord. You could use some threat protection. Take your online safety more seriously. Have you heard about their amazing prices? NordVPN.com/internethistorian. Tell them who sent ya. Ad over.
That's the ad they wanted.
Welcome to the mission brief. Let's do a bit of background on Area 51. Secret military base, first developed...
Yeah, alright. I watched a TV show called Fact or Fate or whatever that was, right? Was it from Travel? Was it on Sci-Fi? I don't know, long ago. They said they did the Area 51 thing, right? They were at the Area 51, not inside it, right? At a certain point, there was a runway lights started and just disappeared, and there was a streak in the sky. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't believe that, right? Obviously, but I saw the base, right? So from their point out, I always believe that this is just a military installation, right? Where they do some secret military projects. That's why it's restricted, obviously. But I like this whole Storm Area 51 thing. Like, they can shoot all of us. Yeah, if they're working on some project, some kind of a military project that's going to create some military equipment, there's going to be worth trillions in the future. Yeah, they can shoot all of you, right? And they can just brand you terrorist if this is a top secret military installation.
In 1955. This is what it looks like on Google Maps. It's approximately this big. Total area size, 51. And the volume, a big mystery. Until 1997, the government refused to even acknowledge that it existed. That is, until they were forced to by lawsuit. That lawsuit was about the death of 2 men who were former employees. And how did they die? Well, not aliens, but rather toxic fumes from burning garbage. Yeah, so what they would do is burn a whole bunch of cool, high-tech refuse on the lot, let the deadly smoke blow downwind, and the staff was stuck breathing it in. A few years later, bing bing bong, cancer. Other than that, the public hasn't really...
I highly doubt it was garbage, right? It's probably some kind of a chemical experiment gone wrong or something. Right? It's a military installation probably. So yeah, I highly doubt it's because of garbage.
Told anything. So all people can do is speculate as to what the hell is going on in there.
I think that they are keeping remnants of a UFO there.
We don't know if it's aliens. We don't know if it's time travel. We don't know if there's minions in there.
Virtual reality that seems so incredibly sexy.
But what has been leaked is that they do test flights on new alien craft.
Motherfucker, don't you tease me.
Produce new alien tech. Breed the latest version of the newest, gayest frog. Do not get it confused with Roswell. That's over here. Area 51's over here. And the final thing
Roswell
that we
is
know
the crash site, right?
is that security is top notch. They have that thing locked down. So, you want to break in anyway. Okay, but it's going to require some research. And the first thing to find out, has anyone ever tried breaking in before? Yes, several times. In fact, in January of 2019, an unnamed man broke through security barriers and drove 8 miles into the base. He got out of his car with a metal cylinder in his hands, and the military opened fire. He was shot dead at the scene. And there was this time when a film crew from the BBC was arrested for trying to get in.
This is BBC News.
This time when a vacationing family of 4 went off track. You get the idea. They're not messing around.
Put your fucking hands up. I'm not gonna
see the military, right? I mean, even in the show that I was talking about, the people in the pickup trucks and SUVs basically literally roams the perimeter of Area 51, right? If anybody comes closer. And if you're gonna just run inside, they're gonna shoot you dead. It's a top military installation. There you go.
Tell you again. But there's one story to top them all, and Will disguise his identity, but he is my personal hero. The month is November. The location, Las Vegas, and the protagonist, a professional limo driver.
Now he's more than a little unhinged. He decides to start harassing and sending death threats to a lawyer, whom we think was going to represent his defense for this incident. If you've ever seen this TikTok, that's our boy doing donuts and driving backwards down the Las Vegas Strip. Anyway, fast forward 3 weeks. It's like 6 in the morning and this guy is already doing donuts at a car park near the airport. Then he decides to drive from the car park into the airport itself. Offense? No problem. He drives right through it and onto the runway. He's just driving around, whizzing between planes, almost crashing several times, before eventually parking on a ramp. At this point, he jumps out, puts on a clown mask, and storms right up to a private jet. He announces, aggressively, to the flight staff that there is a bomb in his limo. Quote, "I have a fucking bomb. I'm going to blow this place up." His plan? To commandeer this private jet and take it to Area 51.
Is it a no-fly zone?
As sound as this plan was, the quick response by police meant that it wasn't really working out. So, he bails back to his limo, tries to make an escape, until eventually police catch up with him. At that point, he is quickly arrested. They take him in for questioning, and he starts telling them, "That's right, I did it to see the aliens." He also told them to refer to him as the Chosen One. And by the way, I have high security clearance. Also, I'm involved with the mob, and someone owes me millions of dollars. Later on, the bomb defusal crew checks out the limo and determines that it's just a fire extinguisher with a bunch of wires and duct tape and some fairy lights. Now, at some point, he gets out, presumably on...
I think he said all that I'm with the mob, somebody owes me millions of dollars, just so, he seems crazy, right? And if he seems crazy, they are just gonna, I guess, let him go and not try for anything, terrorism or something, some big charges, right? I mean, he probably, obviously wanted to see aliens, right? He just wanted to take the plane over Area 51. Isn't it a no-fly zone, right? Won't they open shoot at the plane if something goes over there? I don't know. But obviously, he just wanted to check all that shit out. First of all, even if you fly over Area 51, how are you going to see what's happening below it? Right? That's the theory, right? Thing is happening below Area 51. There's a basement type of shit. What he intend to land the plane? As soon as he land, people are going to go there with some combat rifles and just shoot him out. I don't know.
Bail, and CNN reporters walk up to him and start asking him questions. No statements from me, he says, but you should talk to my lawyer. And then he proceeds to hand them the business card of the lawyer that he's been sending death threats to for the last 3 weeks. Amazing. After all that, the judge ordered that he be sent to a mental hospital for assessment. Or so they say.
Ooh, how convenient.
Why are in this mental hospital everybody's wearing a suit?
Okay, so people have really died trying to do this. That means we're going to have to be a little more covert. So over at Area 51 HQ, the military can see that Facebook numbers have reached 1 million. And it doesn't take a genius to calculate that even if just 1% of them show up, that's... Wait a minute. Run those numbers. This many people. In a crowd that big, there's bound to be at least a few who'll do something stupid. In fact, the military took it so serial that they even went over the nuances of Naruto running. This is a real slide, by the way, and it required a real demonstration, of course.
What the fuck is a Naruto running? Imagine somebody in charge who's been in the military for years and decades, right? Asking their soldiers, what the fuck is a Naruto running?
Now, some undercover operative then took a photo of that brief, and they uploaded it to Reddit.
They intend to use our tactics against us.
Alright, so if the military decides to do this, things could go pretty badly for Matthew. So Matthew goes back to his mind palace.
Think.
Trolls, man.
Think.
Let's not keep saying it's a raid. Instead, let's do a music festival. This would give Matthew an alibi and throw authorities off the scent.
I'm willing to.
Yeah, because it's that easy.
For the government, let's do this.
Alright, Reddit, here it is. Alien Stock 2019. The official EDM party, hosted by Matthew Roberts. set to take place in Rachel, Nevada, a town that just so happens to neighbor Area 51. It has 50 total residents and practically no infrastructure. Perfect. Yeah, nice try.
Why did the town agree to do that shit? Wouldn't they be like, don't bring that attention here?
Fellas, said the military, and the captains and the generals all started planning their own EDM party. With the deep state. Three groups in particular. Introducing Group E, the E local state police. Police have their work cut out for them because, owing to this party, they think there could be upwards of 50,000 people descending upon the little town of Rachel.
Lincoln County commissioners trying to tackle the tough task of preparing for a potential inundation of people, and Sheriff Kerry Lee has less than 30 deputies.
The county declares a state of emergency, and they allocate an extra
Yeah, see the best thing about this? Look at his face. His face is like, it's alright, we have more than enough guns.
Than 30 deputies.
The county declares a state of emergency, and they allocate an extra $250,000 worth of enforcement for the weekend of the raid, as well as an extra 300 police officers and paramedics.
That many people are going to stress the community to the point that we can't cope with it.
This is some of the most exciting stuff that I've ever gotten to work on. And
Hold on, Mark. Group D, the defense.
Yep, it's all Facebook's fault. Oh my god, this is so fucking good, right? I mean, I like how, he just said that, we are throwing a party. I guess it works like somebody's not going to stop you in advance, right? And charge you with, intent. You intend to do something, terrorist act or something. So he just did the, we are just throwing a party. It's nothing like that. I'm pretty sure he wasn't trying to throw off the authority completely, because he thinks there's aliens, Area 51 and all that crap. So obviously his mentality would be that, all the CNN, they are way too advanced. Like they could tap your phones and everything, and they would know in advance before you even tell anybody or something like that. So obviously he didn't thought that, okay, if I'm going to throw the party, they're going to throw off the scent. That's not what he's going to believe. But at least this way, from the law's point of view, nobody can stop you from getting there, right? Like nobody can stop you in advance before you even board a plane to get there.
I'm gonna take out my gun and shoot somebody.
So the FBI agents that showed up, they showed up at 10 a.m. They contacted my mom, and she was like, so she texted me, she's like, FBI's here, answer your phone. So, because I was kind of scared at this point, but...
This report from the Nevada Department of Public Safety was released last year, and it features some very interesting details. For example, they caught a group of YouTubers trying to plant a tracker on the bus that goes to and from the base.
We're gonna pull an epic prank.
Highly illegal. And you may not be that surprised to hear that the military isn't actually that worried about people breaking into the base. Turns out, they have automated weapons. Not automatic weapons. Automated, whatever that is. No, instead, they think there's potential that real terrorists will...
Alright, I'm pretty sure it was a mistype or something. It probably said automatic weapons, not automated. But even that gives me a bit of like, do they really have automatic turrets or something like that? Or some robots or some shit there. Okay. Man, seriously, man, every time I see internet history, first of all, internet history channel can only thrive at the time where we live in. Because people in today's world basically takes major things not that seriously in name of the memes and whatever internet bullshit, Facebook bullshit or whatever. People think it's a joke, right? I mean, in one of the biggest military power, biggest country, most powerful country in the world, United States, of that, one of the most secret military facilities, Area 51. People think they can just storm and they can shoot all of us. You are not doing some kind of a civil problem, like some local problem. You're talking about a secret military site they're trying to basically invade. At that point, they would brand you at major words like terrorist, this and that, and they would literally shoot you off, right? Because that is, when it comes to military like that, there are certain protocols that they follow point blank, right? They're not going to think. Somebody will basically cross the line and keep going, that's it. They're going to shoot. So people don't take certain things that are extremely seriously nowadays. And that's why internet history thrives, because there's always ridiculous stories like this.
To the thing, or a thing. So, counterterrorism was given a budget to sweep for chemical, biological, radiological, and explosive material. Although, nothing was found. And there's just
Obviously.
one last group getting involved as well. The corporate press. Disinformation agents in the mainstream media were getting involved. They immediately started warning people not to raid.
Use of lethal force authorized.
Spouting contempt for the stormers.
What started as a joke Facebook event quickly turned into a phenomenon reaching
Well, it
millions.
began as a joke, but
appears
now it's
the
turned
US
into
Air Force is taking
something
these
much
threats
more
seriously.
serious.
Astroturfing campaigns by late-night ha-ha men number 1 through 7.
Much more likely they'll see them tasers.
Laugh it all up. It's just a big joke.
People who say they're interested just keeps growing.
Faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens.
And they weren't afraid to give some of the biggest, brainest takes you've ever heard.
It's not clear the 1.1 million Facebook followers who said they are going to storm Area 51 are real and not Russian bots.
You're a goddamn genius!
Fine. We'll make you take us seriously. Let the training begin.
And speaking of that, I think it's time for my workout.
And so the Raiders began training.
We train for Area 51, so let's go. Sandwich!
They began pushing their bodies.
Go on, make it happen.
Pushing their will. Pushing their spirits.
Dominate!
Pushing their minds. Pushing their friends and families' patience to the limit.
Who wants to come with me to kick some alien butt? In September, join me. We out.
And that's what fitness will be like in the metaverse.
In the metaverse. Seriously, man. See, the thing is, I don't get why. I mean, these are the people who, if they got hurt, like if they break their finger or something, they'll cry like a bitch and run away to hospital. And they think they can storm Area 51 and, you know, it's going to be fine. How do they process this? I don't get it, right? I mean, this is top military site. Do they understand the point of top military site, right? I mean, this is the biggest military of the world, right? There are many countries around the world whose military, professional military, can't keep up with the United States military. And these people, right, who basically play video games, right, haven't done any fighting in their life, right, only in the video games, thinks they can just fucking storm Area 51. Come on. I don't know how that, this is interesting to me because I genuinely don't know how that ended, right? I remember hearing about Area 51, people are going to storm Area 51. Then I didn't hear about it. I don't know what happened, but this is going to be interesting.
Metaverse.
As we zero in on the day of the raid, the count is up to 2 million attendees, and that puts us on par with the world's largest standing army.
That India show up for some reason.
And that puts us on par with the world's largest
China and India. Okay. Alright, seriously, man. This thing is called Naruto Run. It's like from Dragon Ball Z or something. I don't know. You know, I remember watching that in Kenshi, that game, right? I saw that and everybody's running like, what is this? Apparently that's supposed to be Naruto Run, is it?
Standing army. So to coordinate all of these troops, we'll need a battle strategy.
Lay it on us.
From r/memes, intel was being filtered down to the troops. Groups such as the Minecraft YouTubers, the Normans, the Weebs, Facebook moms, the Piles, the Chads, the Crackheads,
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
Florida Man, the Australians, the gay Reddit mods,
okay, this thread is locked,
and the North Korean defectors. They all had their role to play. So, Godzilla comes in from the east while the Australians make a distraction that allows the Minion cosplayers to breach from the south. Of course, these very serious strategies would have to be disguised as memes so that they could be spread across YouTube, Reddit, and TikTok without the threat of being... Although, not everyone was as tech-savvy. Authorities managed to nab one of the main cartographers, and they pressured him into an interview on the television.
It took me a total of 5 minutes to put this image together. It was sort of like a battle strategy almost.
It was completely rooted in satire.
That was just completely rooted in satire.
And no one should raid, this is just completely a joke.
And completely just a joke.
Mission counting sheeple complete. You can take him out.
I don't know. See, the thing with, Snowden's leak, right? All the WikiLeaks shit. A Lots of time this all feels Hollywoodish, but sometimes I feel like maybe this is not so exaggerated, right? Because certain organizations really go too much out just to defend something. This is ridiculous.
Okay, so remember how we're not raiding anymore and it's just a music festival? Wink, 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 wink. Well, bad news.
Okay, so it sounds like you maybe are looking at changing venues. Possibly.
Possibly.
It's all up in the air. We're putting Maddie on the spot here.
There's a lot of challenges, so.
But it's 2 weeks away, so. He's kind of got to like figure it out, I guess, somewhat soon, right?
Yeah, it's all kind of falling apart. See,
okay.
Matthew had organized Alien Stock with a few other people, but his main business partner was Connie West.
I didn't plan it. It planned me.
But Matthew is the headliner. His name is attached to everything. And he's starting to get worried about a fire festival type situation in the desert.
Be a Firefest 2.0.
He wanted to make sure there's plenty of water, food, security, insurance, etc., etc.
Oh my god, oh my god. So let me get this straight. They want to storm Area 51, but they can't directly do that, right? So they disguised it as some kind of a festival. But then they realized, okay, making a festival is not a joke. How the fuck am I going to accommodate all these people? So this became a fire festival situation.
And here, deals and communications start to break down. Eventually, there's a lawsuit, and it's kind of boring.
Things that they were supposed to pay for, I'm stuck paying for.
Who cares?
We're going to skip it. But the TLDR is that they had a disagreement, and Connie said,
I don't have to prove to you what I spent. You didn't sign a fucking contract with me to begin with. So guess what? I don't need to prove to you a motherfucking thing.
And Matthew said, Matthew then took $70,000 worth of sponsorship money and declared Alien Stock and Rachel cancelled. But then, at the same time, Bud Light walks in.
It's the Bud Night. We're saved.
They say, hey, why not do it here? In the Vegas. It has plenty of lighting, indoor plumbing, it has everything. Matthew said yes. And then using the website for Alien Stock, he told everyone to not go to Rachel and instead to go to Vegas. Welcome to Alien Stock Las Vegas, sponsored by Bud Light.
What?
And also Pornhub, but it's a long story. Connie...
Bud Light sponsored it? Why would you touch anything that has an issue with the government or the military? Bud Light has balls, man, right? I mean, for a major corporation to go against a government or military like that, there could be silent issues in the future, right? Certain things that they want to pass now, there are hurdles to pass, right? I mean, governments can easily blacklist you for things and make your whole life difficult if you're a corporation. Why would you sponsor something like this?
He was left to pick up the pieces. However, she would not be discouraged so easily. She decided to press on.
It's going to be a great party. No matter what, it's going to be a great party.
She had to take full control of the event in Rachel, dipping into her savings and even mortgaging her home.
I'm working out of my own pocket.
I think this is a liability. I'm out.
So is it clear what's going on? It's worth doing a very fast recap because
what
there's
the
an
fuck?
event in Rachel that's been declared cancelled but also not cancelled. Also, I forgot to mention there's an event in Hiko that isn't cancelled but it will be on the second day. There's also that third festival in Las Vegas which has the former promoter of the first one and they both share the same damn name. And none of this has anything to do with the actual raid on Area 51, which is here, which has several gated entrances by the way, and none of them have been declared the official gathering point. Confused? Yeah, pretty much everyone was. It's a goddamn mess.
Okay, it's not a mess. Let's be honest, right? Your common, I guess, internet warrior or whatever that is, right? Suddenly decides they're going to invade Area 51 military installation, right? In the end up creating this, all this shitstorm of different alien stock, some party venues, and then even in that there are problems. They'll probably party and then decide none of this is worth it and go home. This is like your classic movie scenario where somebody decides they're going to invade a country, certain hurdle happens, they're partying, they go home, realize that they have way more to chew on or something. This is, if anything, now it makes sense.
People, rightfully, put the whole thing in the too hard basket and instead of going to one in the middle of nowhere, just went to the one in Vegas.
Of course they went to Vegas, why wouldn't they?
Let's fast forward to the weekend of the raid. For better or worse, Rachel is about to open its doors to the millennials.
Hell yeah! Encore now has come to an abrupt halt.
Don't let the aliens get you, Ken.
Do you believe in aliens?
I don't.
Run! Get out of here!
Oh, I want to hear about the alien liberal agenda. They could have some good talking points. We don't know.
To protect my mind from interference.
We have a wanderer.
Don't let me leave, Murph!
It could be anything stock, but it's alien stock.
How do you see walking with that shirt up over your head like that?
I don't. And the first ones are supposed to be always, the best ones.
Paranormal lawyer, PhD level field investigator.
Stuff in downtown Las Vegas. Did they change the name, or is it still alien stock?
I think I'm on my highest high I've ever been in my life. Look at it.
And we are taking a look kind of the area here. You've done a lot of work in a very short period of time.
The security's here, the medical's here, the food is here, the people are here. And most importantly, toilets are here.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I just went through a breakup, guys.
Well, it wasn't quite the event that they had hoped for, but they did do a commendable job of acting retarded for the news.
This is the most fun I've ever had in my life.
You think of yourself as being around?
I do. Here for scientific reasons.
This is like the most millennial thing that's ever happened.
But don't let's forget Hiko, or the Heiko.
So see basically what mortgaged her house and all that crap just to fund this, and basically no one showed up or something. This is just effed up.
No one knows how to pronounce it. This event was being hosted by George Harris of the Alien Research Center.
The owner of the center is Las Vegas businessman George Harris, creator of Alien Tequila.
If you want to have fun, if you want to have a great look, it's a great day.
Base camp was equipped with a vendor village of 10 food trucks, a gift shop, and 3-time Grammy Award winner Paul Oakenfold. For some reason.
I was told there's a lot of people coming.
Well, right now things are kind of slow at the Heiko event here, so that's kind of a disappointment.
Now, Heiko Base Camp was expecting somewhere between 1,000 and 20,000 attendees. It's quite a range.
Maybe 50 people here.
Clapping some alien cheeks.
Yeah, but no cheeks are clapped
where's
at
the
all.
cheeks?
None.
Where's
Zero
the cheeks?
This is like the first of a big thing.
But it wasn't. In fact, it seems as though the majority of the attendees were actually the press.
One lady believed that her parents is actually alien.
So, after the first night, they decided to cut their losses and cancelled the whole event.
The producers of the show, it's very, very, very expensive. And it just didn't make sense.
Because basically all of the attendees were stolen by
Alien Stock 2019.
We were going to go out to Rachel, and then we decided that we didn't want to get stuck in the desert. As much as I like Mad Max, I don't want to live it.
The Las Vegas alien stock.
That is so true though. If somebody just said, fuck it, right? Here it is, sponsored by, I forgot what was that beer thing, whatever, right? Bud Light, Bud or whatever, I don't know what that was, right? Sponsored by them in Vegas, right? Why the fuck would you go to desert and hang out there, right? First of all those other people, when they heard that it's being held in Vegas, they should have canceled the event there. Like, why would somebody go anywhere else but Vegas?
Sponsored by Bud Light, was a smash hit. They've got carnival rides, photo ops, video games, and even a pool. No running.
Who could have predicted this? You make a post at 2 a.m. on a page that has 62 likes, and now you have thousands of people that are ready to come out to your show. It's absolutely amazing.
Back at Military HQ in Anne Orlando, operations were ramping up. They're adding more guards, upping the security, and enforcing a no-fly zone across the county. They were even infiltrating raider groups.
You could be standing next to an officer and not even know it. There's a undercover presence here.
And they were giving stern warnings from the PR team. They posted this tweet. The last thing millennials will see if they attempt to raid Area 51 today.
Sorry to disappoint you, Yugi. Huh? You triggered my trap card!
Millennials immediately seized upon the tweet, doing what they do best by pretending to be offended, successfully having the tweet taken down, and forcing a public apology.
I'm retarded.
Alright, this video is getting very long. Let's hurry up to the main event.
I don't get this. Why did they took the tweet down? They are trying to raid a military installation, and they're saying that this is what they're going to see. I don't care how it tastes. That's not false, right? Doesn't matter how much pressure it comes down to. They should have taken that down. It's ridiculous, man. How the fuck all these people who are partying is supposed to raid a military installation where there is actual military there?
The raid.
It's not gonna happen. No way it's gonna happen.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah.
いかがなされたさあどうする私が入って門を開けます敵は何千人もいるんです今わずらを程度よく振ってやれよく聞け腕に覚えのものあらば言えてよここが橋を渡ってくるバカ野郎
Bullshit this happened. Really? No, it did not happen.
これからめった打ちにしてやりましょう
これにしよう
もう開けろもう開けろ
父に別れを告げ奴らの息をくじいてもいいさあどうする
そやつの目に砂を浴びせ鼻を折りますはい、
I guess this is what all of them thought. Now they're going to raid.
Smoking these meats. Good for you.
Toilets are here.
Alien tech. Okay, so somehow the castle fall inside though. Okay. Moral coming. All scary, of course.
世の摂理に反している押し上が受けた恥すすぎに参った
壁登りや谷渡りに
I don't recognize one anyway. Okay.
Thank you for saving us. We are so grateful and horny. And yes, we wish to be your big titty goth alien GFs. And you won't be a virgin Reddit browser anymore.
Oh, there you
I
go.
wasn't quite like that, but was pretty close to something like that. Although I guess you could say that only a small group showed up to the main gates themselves.
Well, a million people.
Of over 2 million people, in total only about 200 actually went. But it's not about the quantity, it's the quality that counts.
Nice outfit.
Quality was shit too.
Now throw him over.
People mostly behaved themselves.
I mean, I think it's awesome. You guys are following the laws, following directions. So. Yeah.
But they weren't about to leave without a consolation prize. Get some of the Area 51 soil. Top secret rock. Top secret rock.
Where are they? You can have it. It's from Area 51.
Thank you.
Okay.
Also present at the raid were a few YouTubers.
So I came here to get myself an alien as a pet.
We're here to rescue the alien!
It's like Halloween, but we're just annoying people.
Are you guys gamers? Playing games? No? You watch anime?
Yeah, so you got the rebellious youth, and then you got people trying to lure E.T. into a cage with Reese's Pieces and stuff. That's a pretty good summary of the crowd that you have out here this weekend.
I'm pretty sure Fox News by now would be screaming like, we knew it, millennials can't do shit. Of course this was what about to happen, right? If somebody shoots them with a BB gun, they'll start to cry. They probably have, what, 50 BMGs or something, sniper rifles, Scar rifles.
But respect to the true heroes. Security. For keeping everyone... just kidding. It's the guys who got underneath this fence. God bless them.
Catch it! Oh no!
And this cameraman, whose foot raided the base.
Yeah, I got it. That's a foot I see!
And this random woman who decides to just start walking. Police, right there. No one's stopping her. Oh my god. She's gonna make it. She's going home. She gets charged for trespassing and receives a $1,000 fine. But soon it was time to wrap up.
The storm is over.
Because everyone's mums were there to pick them up. And if they were late again, there would be big trouble.
Good night, everyone. Yeah, I'm going to sleep now.
Psych, it's not over.
There's one more thing that I want to tell you about today.
Because storming Area 51 would go on to inspire a plethora of other events. The storming of Loch Ness. That thing can't hide from all of us.
We think we've seen it.
What did it look like?
It looks like a big stone.
Over 27,000 said they were going. Actual number 6. Okay,
it's
fine.
not restricted
Storm
space.
the Bermuda Triangle, why not? It can't drown all of us. And potentially millions actually went. But the evidence would be lost, so how would you know?
I am under the water. Please help me.
Or how about storm the Vatican? They can't molest us all. Interesting twist on that one, though. Someone cancelled the event. But overall, everyone had a pretty good time.
Whoever organized that, Vatican event, after a few days, somebody knocked at the door, official church business. We need to talk with you.
Isn't that what Area 51 was really built for? It's something like that, you know what I mean? I haven't quite...
Yeah, Area 51 was built for some kind of military tech that can kill hundreds and thousands of people. Not this shit. Yeah, obviously it went the way we would have thought it would go. We're gonna raid Area 51, alright. Damn, this was really fun. I mean, Internet Historian is the only channel that can cover this topic this way, right? This is the best coverage anybody's going to be able to do about Area 51. This is so Internet Historian thing. I remember when this happened, people were actively talking about the Internet Historian should do the video, and apparently he did. Now we're waiting for what? GameStop thing, right? Yeah. Well, that was that zone between Area 50 and 52 by the channel Internet Historian. If you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe, comment if you want to react on a specific video, and yeah, I'll see you next time.